Before we get into today's video, huge thank you to TheBrickWiz for joining the membership squad. Guys, if you want to gain access to some really cool exclusive member-only content, Discord, and a whole bunch of other things, check out the link in the description or the join tab on my channel. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Why you just like laugh? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a pretty fun video for you. By now you've seen Mandalore finale, Mandalore showcase, pretty much everything building Mandalore. But David's actually been kind enough to give us here an exclusive 10 things you may not know about the mock. So there's a couple of things you guys don't know about that'll be revealed in the video. So huge thank you to David.
Yeah, no problem. There is one giant thing that nobody knows about that will be revealed at the end of the video. So you definitely want to stay to the end.
So it's going to be a fun one, guys. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content. Drop a like. We got some more videos coming out as well from the collaboration and stuff like that. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and jump on into the video.
Okay, so our first thing of 10 things you might not know about Mandalore is actually during both the finale and full walkthrough video on my channel, the pilots actually are not accurate. So these guys are, these pilots in the dropship, but if you go and look at the gunship, there's phase 1 pilots in this one. There's a gunner and technically a correct figure right here. And if you look over at that gunship over there, there's no pilot helmets at all. So, and actually if we make our way to the back side, it's not just the gunships. This ATTE has a phase 1 commander trooper in it, which obviously is wrong. And then technically there should probably be 2 pilots. And what's so funny?
When did you know that?
What do you mean?
When did you find? Like, when were you like, oh crap?
Well,
I forgot.
I found that out after I was done filming the finale, and I realized, oh no. So it's what it is. It is what it is. It
is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, so for number 2, I actually did a little contest during the walkthrough video of Mandalore, but if you couldn't tell where they were, there's 2 hidden pre-Vizsla helmets. The first one is right over here. It's behind that little column. It's hidden pretty well, and the reason why that helmet is because this balcony over here is connected technically to the Duchess Satine Palace. It's not actually in the mock, but in the real Mandalore, that is connected to the palace, and so I figured it just made its way and fell off. Hence why the helmet's there. And the second helmet is right here. You should be able to see it. That one's pretty clear next to the throne that Maul sits on. So that, I feel like that one makes a lot of sense. So yeah, pretty fun little tidbit. So the third thing, while it's minor, this is the first time I've ever used Citizen Brick products, and specifically I used custom printed tiles. So on the little crates around the mock, you'll notice that there's Lego tiles that have patterns on them, like bullets and all of that. So some of you may have noticed it, but there you go. There's the first time I've ever used custom printed tiles. So number 4 is actually the mural. So first off, the mural, upon first inspection, you might think it's just a piece of paper. It's actually printed on Lego pieces. I believe there's like, I want to say about 150 tiles right there. It fits, I believe it's about 3 or 4 16 by 16 plates. It's about the size of it, and it's the first time I've ever done a custom printed tile artwork piece in a mock, and I gotta say, this is something I'm going to definitely do in the future. Alright, so the next thing is, if you look at that window over there, if you look at the top on both corners, there is a I think it's the inverted slanted roof piece, I believe is what it's called. And I actually had to take them off for a particular part of the build, so I never actually replaced them. So they're correct on the side over there, but they're not correct right here. So they're actually missing.
Couldn't get 1 or 2 more, dude. Jeez.
So the next thing is, if you look at the Lego Mandalorian figure, if you specifically look at the chest plate, this goes for Jango Fett and Boba Fett and the Mandalorian himself. If you look at this chest plate very carefully, you'll notice the shape has been represented both here and over there, so the top corners underneath the windows, but it also makes an appearance, especially the crescent kind of crystal piece in the middle, or at least that's what it looks like to me. It's actually the shape of the windows. So that's a fun little fact that I think a lot of people may or may not have picked up
I didn't even pick up on that actually.
So this went over my head, and Matt actually pointed this out. But turns out in the finale, there's 2 missing tiles on these columns. One's here and one's over here. So that's my fault. I should have done a full walkthrough and made sure that everything was connected properly. They're not on the floor, so I have no idea what happened to these half tiles. Okay, so the next one is very minor. You may have picked up on it if you saw the gunships. But while the gunship is in mid-air, while most of the troops are getting ready for battle and are ready to leave and exit the gunship, one particular trooper is deciding to sit this one out and have a nice drink of coffee. Okay, so this one's gonna blow your minds, and it's once you know this, it's forever gonna be ingrained in your head. But if you look at Mandalore, it's very much a symmetrical mock. So if I were to divide it right here in the middle, it should match on both sides, technically. However, I made a mistake while I was building the back wall. This area, and it actually starts from the first or the second floor, so that's this area right here. From the second floor onwards, this area is 1 brick higher than this area. So, and the way you can tell is if you look at that window is 1 brick higher from that panel, and that panel or that window is 1 brick lower than that one. So that is the correct one. This one's the non-correct one. You can also see this area with those 3 or 4 blue lines. That's 1 brick higher than this one. And another way you can tell is if you look at, if you look at the double bricks right there, that line right there, it's higher than that one right there. So
when did you notice that?
I noticed that about 3 months ago. I was working on the inside, and then I was just sitting here looking, and I'm like, wait a second, things aren't lining up. And then I realized, like, oh my god, no. And I've already had built it to this point. I wasn't going back. So it's actually just the sides. The middle is perfect though. So these designs in the wall, those are still perfect, as well as this area in the front where their stairs are. That's all still symmetrical correctly. And the last one, and I kid you not, this is a real one. This was in the finale, it was in the walkthrough. If you carefully go back and watch the footage, you'll see this. But the last one is a tidbit I wanted to put in. It's a special Easter egg that I have not announced to anyone, and it's actually an exclusive for Matt, TheBrickWiz. Congratulations, Matt. You and your fans are the first ones to see this. But if you look into the window right here, you'll see a reflection of Darth Vader with Ahsoka's lightsaber from the end of the Siege of Mandalore arc. And you'll also notice there's an Anakin behind him, hence reflecting his time with Ahsoka.
What made you do that? Is that just like end of the Clone Wars that you wanted to include that?
It was I don't know if I hope to make another Clone Wars mock, but I wanted to celebrate the end of the Clone Wars with that special moment that us as fans got to enjoy from season 7. So I had to include it somewhere in the mock, so that stands proudly inside the window.
Lastly, one question I want to ask. If you could go back, not fix anything, but change something about the project. One thing.
Oh, it's easily that 1 brick difference. That pisses me off. That pisses me off, dude. I wish I'd changed it.
But is there anything about the layout that you would change, the design, something that you included or didn't include and want to change if you were to do Mandalore again?
It kind of bothers me over here that these rooms, while they work, I wish I had made them a little more, I don't know, symmetrical. They're kind of all over the place, and it kind of works, but it doesn't look that great when you're just like looking at it from afar. If you're looking room by room, it looks fine, but when you're looking at the whole thing, it doesn't look as good. I kind of wish that this was just done a little bit better. But that's on me for poor planning. I was kind of just making it up as I went, so that's on me.
Cool. Alrighty guys, that's it. That wraps up the video. David, once again, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Building Mandalore, is it top mock, second mock? Do you know yet?
You keep asking me that.
Because you can't give us an answer.
I don't have an answer yet, man.
When will you have an answer for the
fans?
fans?
Give me a month.
A month?
I need a month.
Alright, well guys, let us know down below. Do you like this better? Kashyyyk, Crate, Scarif, of course, Dave will be.
Or do you like mocks? Or do you... What?
Do you like mocks? That's a great question.
Or do you like Mats and Axis more?
I would say, honestly, I think I like Mandalore the most. I think my 2 favorite mocks of all time right now are Jay Starkiller and your Mandalore. Not even kidding. If you guys haven't seen Jay's Starkiller base, you need to watch that.
You know how she keep up this nice gestures is you can say to everybody that the Jedi Temple is tan.
Well, that's just objectively wrong. It is not tan, it is gray. But that is something we'll get to at a later point.
Tan!
Thank you guys for watching today's video. Like I said before, drop a like if you enjoyed it. Let us know down below in the comments what you guys thought. And we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.
Bye, everybody.